All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, by Shem Shai, by Shem Kadash. Like to say shalom, Moshe Kabad, God Walla Rakab, Suquim now, Wahala Yakim now, which of course is double honors to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom wa barakim, labakorim shal yasha Allah, which is peace and blessings unto the elect. All right, back with another lesson. As you can see on the screen, I have an article here entitled Shutdown DC. All right. And of course, you know, we stay up on everything locally as well as geographically. But locally here in DC, you got a lot of protests and a lot of people in an uproar, especially, you know, because this is where, you know, all the presidential stuff is, like such as the White House and all those things. But it says Shutdown DC, protesters hit the streets of American capital. OK, of the American capital. So you have a bunch of people who are in a total uproar as far as radical leftists, all right, meaning that they are for the Democrats, and then you have the radical right, you know, such as your KKK, you know, and you know these Edomites in the F-150s and the with the big guns, all right, that are Trump supporters. You know, that want Trump to continue to stay in office because they feel like they're losing. You know, they feel like if they don't take over now, if they don't start fighting back, so to speak, that they're going to lose their country, you know, which this was never their country to begin with. Nevertheless, you know, this is all Bible prophecy, all right, that there's going to be uproars of the people. So I just want to bring out a little bit of this article and bring out some precepts also to edify. All right. Now it says the climax of the heated presidential race between the incumbent president, Donald Trump, and Democratic candidate Joe Biden has brought many people in different U.S. cities, including Washington, D.C., Portland, Philadelphia, and others, into the streets. People are taking to the streets to join Shutdown DC protests in the U.S. capital city on Friday. You see that? That was yesterday, following post-election confusion. All right. So who knows, man? They might actually give the results today and people be in even more of an uproar, you know, and it's looking like Joe Biden is about to win, which a lot of the things that he plans fits according to Bible prophecy, you know, but really it can go either way, you know, but either way it does go. One thing we do know is that there's going to be more sedition among men. There's going to be more uproars of the people. All right. And this fits in exactly what the scriptures say. It says people are, matter of fact, let me scroll down a little bit. Yeah, kind of read that. It says a tight presidential race between Donald Trump and Joe Biden has resulted in demonstrations in many U.S. cities, including Philadelphia, New York City, Portland, and Washington, D.C. As votes in several key states are still being counted, people are demanding to count every vote, and different sides are voicing their support for both contestants. Okay, so in this video, they just show like a short clip of the protests and what's going on. Let me finish this out. It says the Shutdown DC movement describes itself as a group who plans and organize action to preserve the pillar of democracy and fight for a better future. Okay, that's basically it on that. And grab some precepts to back that up. Matter of fact, let me get this first. Let me get the book of Luke first. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 9. Salakia. It says Luke chapter 21 and verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. You see that? So when we see these wars and these commotions, all right, among the people, okay, and what I mean by wars, of course, civil war, all right, because like I said, you got a lot of people taking to the streets, a lot of people on the, you know, that are radical leftists, and a lot of people that are on the right side, Democrats and causing a divide amongst men, amongst the people, okay? You got Jake ready to get down, and you got these, you know, these Edomites, all right? Like I said, these Ford F-150 driving, gun-toting Edomites that aren't going to stand to see their country be lost, all right, so to speak. Okay, so it says, but when ye shall hear wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. So the Lord told us, he knows us not to be terrified, man. Actually, we should be excited in these times, man, because we understand that we're closer to the end. We're one step closer, all right, to getting the hell up out of this place, man. And that's really the ultimate goal. So we're just watching to see, all right, the signs that the Lord has given us to let us know that his return is nearer and nearer. Okay. And as men of the Lord, as prophets of the Lord, that's really our mindset. But these people who have hope in America, these people who have hope in this country, all right, they're going to be highly disappointed, man, when, whoever wins, when things go down, man. All right. Because there's going to be a commotion, whether it be on either side. If Joe Biden wins, you're going to have people from the radical right, the Republicans, going to have them in an uproar. And then if Trump wins, you're going to have a lot of these Black Lives Matter, Antifa groups in an uproar. So it can really go either way, man. So Luke 21:10 says, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence. All right. And what's going on, man? You got famines. Okay. We're still in a whole pandemic as of right now, this coronavirus pandemic. All right. People are still dying on a day-to-day basis. All right. And you also have famine, man. All right. There's a lack of food, especially out there in these Caribbean islands. All right. And a lot of these more South American countries. Okay. You have a shortage of food going on. Okay. So these things are actually happening throughout the world. It says, and fearful sights and great signs shall be seen, shall be there from heaven. Okay. And these things that are happening right now are signs from the Lord, are signs from heaven. People just think that this is something that's, that's happening in the world. All right. These things are just happening and there's no connection to anything. People really have a carnal view or aspect on everything in this lifetime, but we understand that spiritual men, we compare these things, all right, to spiritual things, okay, and we see the signs, man. Let me grab a few more precepts. This is 2nd Ezra. I'm gonna actually read verse 5 and then skip down to verse 14. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay, so these are the things that we should be expecting. All right, what's going on right now, it should be no surprise, man, to a man of the Lord. All right, it says, verse 14, woe to the world and to them that dwell in it, therein. Okay, so it's saying what? Destruction to this world. All right, uproar. Okay, commotions. All right, calamities to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, and we know that the modern day sword, all right, because they didn't have the terminology back then to say guns. Okay, the modern day sword is what? The gun. All right, and then furthermore, what? The thermonuclear missiles. Okay, that sword is just a representation of modern day artillery. Okay, verse 16, it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. So eventually things are going to get out of control to the point where things are going to stand in the power of the people. All right. And then eventually they're going to call in those martial law troops. Okay, call in those foreign troopers, all right, and start putting these people on concentration camps. All right, that's when the prophecy is really going to kick in. Okay, but as of right now, we're slowly but surely seeing the uprising, okay, of the people and the sedition of men. Okay, we're slowly but surely seeing that. Okay, so as spiritual men, we ought to just wait to see. All right, continue to watch what goes on, what's about to go down, because we know that whenever they announce 2021's next president, all right, or the next president of the United States, that it's going down, man. It's going down, you know. Second Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1, it says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." All right. Now, when you look up that word perilous, okay, perilous goes back to what? Peril. Okay. And that word peril, let's get it real quick. All right. That word peril goes back to the Greek word Shalak. Just play it real quick.
Strong's G 5467. Chalepas. Chalepas.
Right. Chalepas. Okay. Meaning what? Through the idea of reducing their strength. Okay. It says hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear. All right. Troublesome, dangerous. This is exactly what perilous means. It means troublesome. All right. It means a time that is hard to bear. Okay. A time that's hard to approach. It says troublesome or dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage. And this is what these people are about to turn to, man. These people are about to turn to damn savages. All right. Once this presidential election goes down. Okay. So this is what it means by perilous times. This is what the scriptures are describing. Okay. One people coming against another. All right. People going on straight savage mode and straight up, you know, blasting each other away. All right. A lot of people are getting guns. A lot of women are getting guns to protect themselves. All right. So we know, man, that things are about to go down. It says through the idea of reducing strength, difficult, dangerous, by implication, furious, fierce, or perilous. Okay. So these are the times that we're getting ready to enter and that we have to continue to watch. All right. We have to continue to watch the things that are going on in the world to understand the signs of the times, man. Hey, so with that, I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash. And until next time, Shalom.